No, really? Two hairy faces don't go together, dog. I have broken my 6190R. That might just cost me a bag of seed. What a moron. When I'm cleaning windows. Hey Fenlanders, how you doing? I'm Daniel, welcome to our channel, Fenland Farming Adventures. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Today, we're going to be fixing Great Granddad's Allis up, and you can see we're probably going to have to go and rescue someone. So stick around and see who gets stuck. Yeah, we're going to get some wheat drilled. So hope you enjoyed today's video. See if I can get this 170 fired up, and then I'm going to get this out of the way and get a trailer out of the way that's in the yard. Yeah, it is proper howling around here. They said 20 mile an hour winds, but it's a lot stronger than that, I do know. Let's do this. Right, I got one thing to do on the 190 before I think about putting it on the drill, so I might as well do this. Yay, there we are. Right, I don't know what's going on with this camera, but it looks dirty. A bit better? Right, I have broken my 6190R, and this is what I've broken. The little latch, look, when you lift this, it pulls that stopper thing out and just stops it, stops the balls falling out of the arms, which is a clever idea, proper simple, but they can get broken off from time to time, and I know they're expensive, so what I've got to do is figure out which ones I need to knock out. I think I have to just knock this out. And I can find a bigger punch. Yeah, I think I knock this out, and then I'm away. Oh no. I need a bigger punch, don't I? Giggity. God, that's stuck now. Let's get this one stuck in there as well. Couple more taps and we'll be out. Also a little spring that has to go on. That. I forgot about that. Let me take that off to start with. Do you not see that little spring in there? That just holds it all so it latches in. I've got some bloody picks somewhere with some hooks. I think Grumpy Grandad's stolen them somewhere along the line, and I can't be bothered to look for them. Then I think I might have to take that top one out. I can't remember which one it is to take it out. Let me get this out of here so I know roughly what I'm doing. Ta-da! I don't think that one has to come out, you know. I think it's that top one. Like a massive spaz that I am. There we go. I bet you it just falls out now. Oh, look at that. Look, and you see the top breaks off them. Where you catch them on something, lifting the plough up wrong or something, that just breaks that top off. So there goes nothing. There we go. Right, let me get this spring on, like so, and tap my things back in. We're in. And that's what they do, look. You lift that up, go and hook your machines on, like that. Voila! Job's done. Now I've got some greasing up to do. The link arms are getting worn in these. I don't know if you can see that, but they are getting fairly worn. I want replacing at some point. Just a whip round with a grease gun, goes a long way. Yeah, they're well worn out. They're time for replacing if I don't buy another tractor. Got lots of work to do now. This next coming week, if we don't have much rain, then I'm going to be flat out drilling. So I like to keep my old girls lubricated. Let me just fire this thing up. What you have to make sure you do in these things is Make sure you lubricate the rocker shaft, the assistant ram shaft if you like. Just lower the arms down and I'll show you. That big shaft there has got 2 grease nipples each side of it, 2 big bearings, and then the lower link sensor down there. You can't see it very well. In there, there's another grease nipple. Yep. One there. Job's a good one. Now I can get it on the Grange toolbar and go and have a look and see what sort of a job it does on the mustard fields. I don't know if that Grange toolbar is going to go through any of the trash we've got in the field, the mustard residue. So, go and see what the motocross kids are saying. Cheers guys. Good morning Fenlanders, how are we doing? Sunday morning. Went and had a few beers with my family yesterday. Hello dog, you eating all your food? Or it's not eating all your food. Gonna do some work this morning. What am I gonna do? I am gonna get the 190 backed out of the shed and clean the windows on it because they're disgusting. Let the dogs out for a minute. The dogs have already been out for a minute and then I fed them, and now I'm gonna let them out again. Yeah, get the 190 out. I checked it over the other day, as you know. You've already seen, I've done some bits on it. Greased it up, I checked the oil, air filters and everything the other day. So I'm just going to get that fired up now. Oh, yeah. Back is still hurting, which is delightful. And then we're going to get the drill on. We're going to go do some drilling, I hope. Some of my fields that I can direct drill in, I'm going to go and get them done. And then I need to either put the Grange toolbar on and go and pull up a few fields that I need to do. And then back on the drill again, I think. Try and get all my drilling done this next few days. If it stays dry, I mean, it's very nearly dry enough. Very nearly dry enough. So, yeah, with the tractor being in the shed, the windows don't tend to get too dusty, but weirdly, they still get dusty. Dusty with watermarks all over them and everything. It's horrible. Get my drilling done and then I can start fixing things. The terror disc needs a bearing on it, so I've got that to do. I was going to go to Cambridge Cheffins Market tomorrow, but it's next week, following week, so I would have been the only person there. Beep, 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 beep. Getting this filling up with dinosaur bones. Ugh. Now, I do like this tractor when it pulls nice, but I don't like it when you're jerking around in the yard, so hopefully we'll see what the next few weeks brings. Maybe Santa might be dropping me something off. When I'm cleaning windows. Still at it, loving it. Windows are a bit cleaner. Anyway, I can see through them sort of. Right, I'll go and get the drill hooked on and I'll see you in a minute, alright? Cheers guys. Three! Got the drill on. And I found my sunglasses! Yay! So we'll spend our Sunday drilling. Hope you enjoy a portion of chips later this afternoon or a few roast taters. Think about me when you're eating, won't you? Where it's so soft, I think these fields might direct drill in, you know, without any cultivation at all. Especially this one. I know it's going to be a bit hard around the outside where I've run before, and the sprayer wheelings are always going to be hard, but sprayer wheelings are always going to be hard when I've done it, so I don't see what the problem is there. Like Anna put a little Instagram post out the other day, me with my workload piling up now. I've got drilling to do, I've got some trees and stuff to sort out and clear up. Got to get some machinery ready to start spring cultivations. I don't really think it's dry enough to do any spraying. Yeah, I don't know if I dare travel on the wheat fields until we've had like at least a week of dry weather. But it's coming. Kind of feels like a spring day out here now, but then I've got the heater on, so that's probably why it feels warmer than it should be. I've got a couple of headlands to drill, and then I've got one field where I'm going to switch over and go on to direct drilling. So I'll try and get those 3 fields finished today, and that'll be something. That'll be a little bonus. and then tomorrow I can perhaps go to Hockwold and see how I get on over there. I mean, if this direct drilling thing works out, then I'll invest myself in a 8 metre Vaderstad and just start direct drilling some of these fields. You know, I'll invest myself in a bigger drill. If I can direct drill with just a drilling disc, then I'll invest in a bigger machine. Cover some ground with an 8 metre, wouldn't I? What the hell? But it's baby steps. When it comes to direct drilling, it's baby steps. You know, one field at a time, and it takes 4 or 5 years or 3 or 4 years to get your land round to direct drilling. I personally still think I need to pull them up with the Grange toolbar on the front of this, but I'm going to try a couple of fields that are bad for black grass. Isn't it weird? Some fields I seem to be getting on top of the black grass, no worries, bang on, awesome. And in other fields, it just seems to be exploding. And I don't know why. I don't know why and what I'm doing wrong. So I'll keep plodding along at it, and we'll get the black grass under control. Get ourselves loaded up with some wheat then. I tried to fire the combine up, but that wouldn't fire up. So you can only try, can't you? Let's get ourselves some Skyfall dumped in the seeder. I got loads of Skyfall seed left over from last year, so that's what I'm going to put in. Stop. There we go, we're full of Skyfall now. In the drill, jobs are good, and let's rock and roll. I've upped the seed rate 5 numbers on the Vaderstad. So I normally start off on 40. The metering unit goes up to 100. So 0 is no seed, and then 100 is flat out. I normally start off on 40, which is about 140 to 150 kilos a hectare in like September, October time. Then I go up in like 5 or 10 increments on the drill. So if I get a month later, I'll be on like 55. That then is about 180, 190. And then anything after January, I'm 70, 65 to 70 plus, depending on the field conditions really. If it's soaking wet, I'll go higher. I probably wouldn't be out there. If it's dry, like it is reasonably dry at the minute, dry and nice going, then probably not so much. But I'm just putting it on at 70. So we've got our area meter cleared. You can tell the tractor how wide you are, what you want to record. So as soon as I push the spool valve down to lower the drill down and start seeding, it starts recording, which is kind of cool, kind of handy, isn't it? Rather than trying to measure out where you're, what you're doing, and you have to cover a whole field then, like you did before. But everything's got an area counter on it, but this drill hasn't. Our other power harrow drill's got an area counter on it. Got one on the drill, and the number of land wheel turns is the number of times it goes around, and then times that by 10, and that's the amount of hectares you've done. Sorry, I'm waffling a little bit. You know me, I like a waffle. We're down. Ew. Drop the front of the drill down, I can leave that alone now. I let some air out of my tyres on the tractor, so I've gone from 30 psi road work to now just about under 20, about 18, 19. So, next thing we need to set our sat nav up. Oh look, it's still on it. That'll do nicely. And it's like we've never left. And put it in B so I'm not flat out everywhere. And off we go. Be interesting to see what we got here now. Get myself off over the top of the sprayer wheel and then lower myself down and go. So back there somewhere, I should imagine. We're away. We are putting wheaties in the ground. Don't look too bad if you ask me. The beauty about RTK is I haven't had to touch any of that just to come straight back into where I was drilling last time. So it's mega. It really is awesome for that. Right on the money. As long as no one moves my line over for me, we're right back to where we started. So we're all good. I've got some of last year's seed going in there. We had 4 bags of seed left over from last year, so that's gone in. Get rid of that. That's the reason why I've upped my seed rate over 65, now gone to 70. So I should get to about 2 hectares roughly, which equates to 200 and something kilos a hectare. Let me work it out. 250, I don't want to put that much on. Got my headland there. pull through that and then lift up. We've only got one more to do on the main work of the field, and then we can think about doing said headlands. There we go, we're drilling. I haven't touched anything on the drill, I only just checked the wheels and stuff and tyres and made sure they were okay, so we should be all good. I will get out and have a little wander around and a little check up in a minute, make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. There we go. One more. I've only got a little bit to fill in here now. There we go, job done. That's the main work. I only had 3 ends to fill in on that field. So now what we'll do is get ourselves onto the headland road, not that one, waters, that's the one. Get ourselves lined up and turn on the sat nav so we're about roughly right. That looks pretty good. And then we'll start in the field. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then I'm in exactly the same place as I was with the 170 and the 170 and the Grange toolbar. Backing up. Whoa! I think this whole YouTubing thing is sending me a bit doolally. Talking to myself in the tractor, asking myself for expert advice and trying to fill you in on what I'm doing for the day. Bang on. Should have started that end, come up this way and turned around that way. Yeah, the Vaderstad doesn't like turning around to the right. Yeah, no, it does. It likes turning around to the right, but not turning around to the left. But I don't seem to have had any issues with it, so keep turning left. I get so used to turning left and not having to worry about lifting the discs out of the ground that I tend to do it with the Vaderstad, but the Vaderstad's the other way around. So I don't know. Wheat's looking lovely though. I'd say perfect, but I don't seem to have missed any bits of wheat this year either, so that's kind of handy. And all I do with the Vaderstad is just spin myself round. Let me see if you can see where we're going. I know I don't bother trying to make pretty patterns in corners like Dave Jones and a few others. Matthew Barber had a go at it. I grab that and swing myself round and then just carry on drilling. I leave the drill in the ground, a little bit of seed on the waste there, but there we go. They all try and back into the corners and make pretty pictures, like overlaps and stuff like that. I will have a go at it at some point, but I bet I'm not very good at it. Yeah, it's drilling lovely. It's perfect conditions, so I'm going to try and keep going all afternoon, all day, all night. Well, I don't know about all night. I got ahead of myself there, didn't I? And then I'll just swing into the corners like so on this one anyway, and then I'll do it the other way for this one. I'll start next to the dike, and I'll just do one here. That gets the corner filled in a bit, doesn't it? Then we're off again. Next time round I'll lift up when I get into the corner of this field, or this end. Just because of how my sprayer runs really. When you do your corners, if the sprayer's running that way and you drill it that way, you bounce across the sprayer, the drill runs. And if you can drill it that way and the sprayer then backs into the corner that way and goes, it seems to work a treat. So let me try that. Kind of have to like drill the field as you spray it. So if you start that end, you should drill that one first, then come up this headland and then come this way and then go that way. That's how I spray this field. Some people, I know a lot of people have put their Vaderstats away now, but like I said to Dad was like, oh, it's too wet to drill with that Vaderstat. He hasn't really liked it from the start, but seeing the results now, he's happy with it. So this time I'm going to have to lift up and start again. So once I've covered everything, there we go. I'll straighten up, back up a bit, and then get myself in line like so. Get myself backed up into the corner, and then I'll drop down and off we go. Off we go. There we go. We're in. Wait for the land wheel to go down. There we go. So I'll change this either for an 8 metre or for a 6 metre with a metering unit, radar controlled metering unit, rather than the land wheel. Because if anything's going to bung up on this, it's the drilling discs at the back and then the land wheel. The rest of it's all good. And what we do, because we've only got one end left, get to the spray wheel and lift up, and I'll go down this handy dandy track that's sitting here and just backfill my last end in. Mirrors are getting hot now. I found my Grimmy hat. It was in the 7290 over at Ben Burgess. So yeah, I went shopping over at Ben Burgess the other day. The 7290's gone back. We never really got on with it, so it's too big for us really. So we went shopping, and Ben Burgess are obviously awesome to me, so They'll look after me, just swap that one for another one, maybe. So we'll see in the next few weeks what we've ordered. So I'll check out here and I'll see you in a minute. Cheers guys. Yeah, everyone makes mistakes, don't they? I forgot I used the drill to pull the motocross track around. I haven't got the seeding deep enough, so we'll see how this we'll see how this survives. But I am putting it on at 250 kilos a hectare. Pretty good, pretty hard, but it's old seed, so it's a year old already. So I tend to put it on a bit harder anyway. Let's go down here. I tend to put it on harder when I'm, because you don't get such a good germination rate. So put it on a bit harder. Hey, Denning's arrived. Hello mate, yeah, come out this way James, and on the track and just follow me. I'm going to go back to the farm now I think. Yeah, so I didn't have the seed in the ground, and surprisingly enough, there's tons of pigeons around now, so that might just cost me a bag of seed. What a moron. Oh well, there you go, we'll see how it looks when it comes up. Probably won't re-drilling, but I'm a moron and I like it. Now it's lunchtime, it's roast dinner time, so oh yeah, oh yeah. There we go. It does look like rain, to be honest. There we go. I can switch my fan off for a minute and then try and get out of this gateway. Whoa, there's a car coming. Hold up. And we're out. I always leave my four-wheel drive on till I'm out on the road just to stop it scrabbling in the gateway. Back home we go and go and have a cup of tea with Denning. Nice little productive morning. I've managed to achieve absolutely nothing if I've got to go and re-drill that. Right, I haven't made any mistakes on my drilling this year. I haven't missed any bits or anything. So I was due a problem at some point, and that's a pretty big one. Right, I'm going to go and enjoy my roast dinner, and then I will continue filming when I get back. Here we go, folks. Hello, folks. Hello, Finlanders. I am quite proud of myself, really. I may have just gone and had a roast dinner. It belted it down with rain. And Mrs. Farmer came over and we had, might have had a little siesta. A tiny hour-long sleep. And it was alright. It was good. And now, what is it, 5, half 5, 6 o'clock time out here? It bucketed it down with rain, so I couldn't do any more, yeah, half 5. Bucketed it down with rain as I was coming home, because I haven't seen my friend James, because he's been in Thailand living the dream. He came around for a cup of tea, managed to get another old tractor running. Look at this little gem, look. Have a little Grey Fergie. Beauty. I'm just going to let it warm up a minute. Go for a couple of laps around the yard. I can't remember where first gear is on these things. Let's try that one. That might be second. You remember Anna put a post out not so long ago about this one. I was cruising around, the clutch was stuck on. The lights are proper useless on this thing. she's a beauty. Yeah, the clutch was stuck on. I don't know whether it made our videos. I don't think it did. Dad went off one day and see his mate, and then came back, got the trailer, and off he went. Came back with another little Grey Fergie. It's quite a nice condition, really. Gonna give this one a wash tomorrow if I get a minute. But the real reason why I'm out here buggering about, just not really doing anything, is like I say, it rained, and I've got another old Allis in the shed that's been on farm from new. Just trying to talk to my great uncles about it, because they're the only two that would know. There's no paperwork involved in it, and yeah, they're the only two alive that would have driven it. I mean, my great granddad's long gone. My granddad's long gone. So yeah, Dad can't remember. He just knows it was on the farm when he was a kid. So I have got another Allis in here, a Model B, high clearance, with some kind of sprayer on the back. I don't know if you lot can see it. You can't see it. The idea with that other Allis with the bench seat on it is to get that and swap all the bits over onto this one to get this one running, I hope. As you can see, it's a bucket of magnificence at the moment. Should all have been buttoned up, and the diesel tank, the paraffin tank's going to have to come off it because that ain't had a lid on it. But we'll get them all sorted out and get the tanks off it. The petrol tank at least has had a oh, it hasn't, no. So if anyone's got any Allis bits laying around, I'm probably just going to rob the bits off the other one for now and get this one fired up and see it turns over. Grumpy Grandad doesn't think it's been fired up for 40 odd years. So it's been sat in here ever since I can remember. So poor old thing. Somebody came and robbed some bits off it because they wanted some bits for theirs, and we've never seen them again. So my plan for this evening is to just move all this toot off it, and I don't know about drag it out, but yeah, well, yeah, I think it is just drag it out. It's as simple as that, I reckon. So I'll do some more filming tomorrow, guys. So yeah, tomorrow should be a good day, I hope. Cheers, guys. Catch you later. Good morning, Finlanders. How are we doing? Today is going to be a bit of a mooching day. Do love a good mooch. I didn't realise Grumpy Grandad's going off shooting. I am just going to potter about and try and fix things. Just a pottering day really, but I'll keep you informed of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and what's going on. I'm going to get the spark plugs out of this little puppy. Get the spark plugs out of this morning and then get some of them ordered, and probably going to get the covers off the engine so I can start thinking about the next step really. I've got to take the sump bolt out of this and drain the oil out of what's left in it, because there ain't no oil in it. I looked last night, look, nothing, not a damn thing. So where that's gone I don't know, and every little nook and cranny is full up with dirt and dust and stuff. So the fuel tank's had no lid on it the whole time it's been in here. Just generally start thinking about tidying it up a bit. I mean, that's got bent, so I need to straighten that just so we can steer it a little bit. But I mean, look at the state of the tyres. So I'm after some wheels. That one looks like it's got a weight in it. That's not an original wheel. That's an original wheel. It's got a weight in it, look. But the wheel's knackered, and obviously the tyre's shot as well. So somebody's had the wheel off that as well. Either that or it just had one wheel weight in it. But I don't care. It'd be just good to put two wheels on the same, and then at least I can move it around. Look for some tyres and stuff. So that's going to be my first port of call, is to just get the spark plugs out of this and pour some penetrating oil down it. So I'm going to click off here. I'm just going to go walk my dogs quickly, and then I'll see you in a minute. Cheers, guys. Right, I ain't really doing much today, guys, but I'm just got Glenn here again. You all know Glenn, you've all met Glenn. Bought 2 new tyres for the loader because the backs are getting pretty skinny, and Glenn's now just turned up to fit them for me. So to go and have a look and see what they're like. I bought some Seat tyres. They're pretty good on the sprayer, so yeah, as you can see, we're not going to get a lot much bread and done with them. Not a lot of meat left on them puppies, is there? So, front ones are not too bad. They'll go on the back. There's a bit of life left in them. They'll go on the back, and the new ones will go on the front. Yeah, them tyres on the sprayer, Glenn, look alright, and they're going alright. I got BKTs. I thought I got the Seat ones. No, that doesn't matter. I did order BKT. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's me talking about the Seat tyres, and I got BKT. So, yeah, Glenn's going to come and fit them for me, which will be awesome. I don't know what to do with these tyres. I don't know whether to keep them or not. I mean, the lead time on a tyre is not that long, is it? So, like, I only rang Mike Thursday, I think. So, yeah, I'll keep one of them, Glenn. I better keep one, hadn't I? Yeah. I don't know which one's the best. Good evening, Fenlanders. How are you? I got bored. It's 7 o'clock on Monday evening, and I'm a little bit bored now, so I came back out of the house and I'm going to get the Allis out. I'm sure I tried to turn it over and it moved a little bit, but I noticed the sump has got a hole in it, so I am going to get it out, get it washed down. Call me a weirdo because it's 7 o'clock on Monday evening, and it's dark obviously, and it's cold out, but life's for living, innit? Not sitting in the house. So here we go. And then I'll get it, try and drag it back into the shed, and then I will try and take the sump off it. See if I can just tap the sump out and get it welded up. It might not work the first time, but it ain't working at all now, so yeah, just have a go with it. I've got the steering joint to fix as well, so let's get her hooked up. I got to remember I got a camera there. I keep forgetting. Dumbass. So if anyone's got any bits for a Model B Allis, a really particularly special Model B Allis, I rang my local tyre guy at Tollgate. Mike's going to come around tomorrow and have a look and see if they still do the 6x36 row crops for her. The back's turning, the front's all jammed up, the front of one new wheel bearings on it, but back's rolling, she's out. F-15's flying over now. I was going to say it looks brand new, doesn't it? Still a long way to go. I ain't got a clue what the stuff with the blue stuff coming out of there was. Some of you lot might have an understanding of what they might put on with this thing. I've even got my tyre fitter coming out tomorrow to see whether he can get me some of these tyres. Be awesome. I wouldn't have thought they were made like that anymore. Not made like that, but made that size. They're 36s. 6-inch wide, they're 36. Now all you boys with row crops on your fence and John Deere's, that's a proper row crop, that is. You could run in between the blades of wheat on a, well, you could well easily. Wouldn't even know you'd done it on a Claydon. So, a bit more progress. Put a heater on this old girl and dry it out a bit. And then I'm going to try and attempt to get the sump off it. Hello! Sorry it's a bit loud in here, I just put a heater on for a little while. First job is to get the gas bottle and straighten this. This is supposed to be straight. It's obviously taken a wound when we've been pushing it around over the years, but this is my major problem. You not see that big old hole in there? That is a big hole in the sump. So, I am going to, me and Breyer, us as a team, we're going to try and get the sump off. I'll get that straightened out. Well, that went well, didn't it? Oh, that ain't got to be so loud now. We're going to try and get that off. Just get that straightened out a little bit. And while I got the sump off, we can probably try and maneuver the crank round a little bit. That's not working. I got a better idea. Because it's gone over centre, all it's trying to do is shut that gap up in here. Rather than straighten that, it's trying to shut that up. So give me a minute. I have the technology. Oh, there we go. That'll be safer. Let's try again then. Let's see if we can just pull it without hitting it. Oh, it's working. It's only gone and worked, isn't it? Oh, you beauty. I might have to get the tracking done. That's all we needed. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, that is. So if I can get the engine to spin over, I'm going to draft in Mark and Mark, my two besties. Farmer Palmer is one Mark and Kitty is the other Mark. So try and draft them in. Once I can get the engine turning over, we know we're somewhere. If that makes sense. That doesn't make any sense at all, does it? So the steering should work now. The steering will actually go backwards and forwards. Well, I feel like I've achieved something today. It was hitting on the sump, look. Because it was so bent. I'll try and turn the wheels one way or the other. So it's out of the way of the sump. Yeah, I might have to get the tracking done. Or I might not bother about it. We shall find out. Right, now to get on with the sump. This is going to be a bit more fiddly, I think. I don't think it's actually going to be that bad. I think the sump will come off without me touching the... What do you reckon, bro? Yeah? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? I think the sump will come off without me having to take anything apart. And then if I can just put the flaps back over in the hole and weld it, tack it together, I'm sort of laughing. I kind of like the Allis Chalmers being that dull. Kind of funky, isn't it? I don't like the rust, obviously, and you can see how much layers of dirt and dust and stuff have been on it. Years and years of abuse. Right, let's get some spanners and get on with that. Oh, not 13. The reason why there wasn't 13 is because I had 14 in my hand. Oh, you beauty. This isn't going to take very long. Feel like you're helping, bro? Yeah? Feel like you haven't eaten for a few hours. You want to eat? You're a stinky farm dog. This ain't going to take long, is it? Why can't all new tractors be like this? Right, mine out, bro. I don't want to cuddle. I just want somewhere comfy to sit. But I'm going to get a cuddle anyway, I know. No, really? Two hairy faces don't go together, dog. Oh, your breath stinks. What have you been eating? Teamwork. What is it all about, bro? Oh, there's two right up in the back there, so I may have to get a spanner. I didn't see them. That's it. Why couldn't you lay down a minute ago? No. Where's your good dog? Yeah, I'm hoping this wound in the sump is just stopped the crank from spinning round in the bore there. We'll find out in a minute. Hopefully that's the case. I hope so, anyway. Nothing's very tight on this tractor. It must have been put together by children. Nothing needs to be very tight though, I suppose. Everything's tiny. Alright. Alright. Starting to learn this thing already. World's most unhelpful Labrador. Right, I've got to get another spanner, dog. Wait there. You don't have to move. Good afternoon, Fenlanders. It's Tuesday today, so hope everyone's having fun at Lama. We're going to go tomorrow. By the time you watch this though, it'll probably be Thursday maybe, I don't know. I managed to carry on buggering about with this Allis. I've got the heater on now, so you might not be able to hear me very well. I managed to get the sump loose, and now I think I've got to take the bloody axle off the front of the tractor to get the sump out, but I'm going to persevere. And then once I get the sump off, show you how I'm going to go about trying to fix the sump. It's got a big hole where a pallet's gone through a pallet tine has gone through the sump. So when we've been moving it around, it's obviously just slipped and gone through. So let's start off with that. I'm going to keep pouring penetrating oil down the bore. And once I have got the sump off, at least then we can look up inside and have a look and see what the bores are like. If they're all rusty, then we know we're going to have to really start again. I can't see why they wouldn't be. Maybe new liners, maybe a whole engine off type situation. Just get it rebuilt. It's worth spending the money on. I mean, look at it. It's a vision of loveliness, isn't it? You know, my tyre guy's going to come around today and see if we can get some 6x36 tyres for the back. I know he can get the front tyres. I need wheels. I need some wheels. I need a magneto, any information on leads and stuff for these things. People might have some front wheels for a Model B Allis sitting in their shed. They might even have a wheel weight for a front wheel on a Model B Allis, or a seat. I need a seat as well. So yeah, let's see if we can all join together on YouTube and collective help in hand, and see if we can get this little puppy going. There we go, folks. One sump pan off a Model B Allis. And you can see the hole in it. Big old hole there, look. There you go. Got to try and fix that. And it's got a bit of a dent in there as well. Oh, it don't look too bad. I mean, it's going to want a new gasket on it, but just try and knock some of these dents out and make it look a bit prettier. Dad is the best person for this job. Let's just have a look now and see what we can, if it'll hammer out a little bit, we'll set about it. Or I might go and clean it up. If I go and clean it up, and then I can put some heat into it then and just get it right. Right, that's all cleaned down. I've got that as clean as I'm going to get it with pressure washer. It looks like it's been brazed before. Another dent there, look, right there. That can be fixed. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. So now we grab our can of WD-40 Specialist Fast Release Penetrant. Always gets my nuts undone. There's a spider in there. Can you not see that? And there is a spider. A dead spider, I hope. But you can see the bottom of the pistons. That's the bottom of the piston. Connecting rod there, and the piston up in that hole there. So what I'm going to do, they look mint. They don't look too bad at all. They don't look like they've got any rust on them. Oh no, they're lovely. You know, they are mint. Let's get that spider up before spider. Poor old boy, what a place to die. Just put a fast release penetrant up in underneath the piston. So I'm going to start at the front here, I think. I'll work my way back. Needs a run. I can try and put it in gear and rock it, but it wouldn't go in gear. I bet there's not a lot. I don't think it will need a lot to. I would sit on it. Oh, let me sit on it. First sit. I haven't actually sat on it. I know I ain't got a seat on it, but let's see if we can find something to turn. Oh, that's not very comfortable. Nah, I need two people. Perfect. often. Now really I want a dolly. So I turn it over, I put the dolly underneath and tap it flat against that. Might actually have one. I don't know whether it's called a dolly or a molly. Can't remember. But you just put that on the other side. Bang, 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 tap it all together. That's working a treat. That is awesome. Right, tollgate here. Be back in a minute. Hello Fenlanders, how are we getting on? Mike's just been around from tollgate. I couldn't fault the bloke. I like having a dealer come round and measure things out himself. Come to say hello. You never know. All these dealers need to take a lesson out of Mike and come round and say hello. Joe's doing an extremely good job. Dancing Joe. You never know. Yeah, I could want a cultivator, I could want a sprayer, I could want a tractor. You know, get around and see farmers, you know. It's not all about the big boys. Sometimes you've got to get around and chase up the little farmers as well, you know. Don't forget about us. Sometimes we want stuff, but as you can see, I got that dented out. I'm not going to worry about the other dent in the middle there. Or can I? I've still got time while I'm at it, but I've got to try and weld. As you can see, I've done a pretty good job of... Oh, sorry guys, I just threw you on the floor. GoPros are indestructible, but I try and abuse them as much as possible. As you can see, done that. Now time to weld it all up, clean it all up, and I don't think I'm going to put it back together just yet until I got the engine unseized. So I'm going to turn this around the other way, and I'm going to try and weld it from the outside. Right, give us 2 seconds. Back in a minute. Hello Fenlanders, I'm back again. I kind of got carried away. Simon turned up to get some boxes for his firewood, put his firewood in. So I got sidetracked over here with Grumpy Grandad and Simon, and we got the tanks off it now and the cowling, the bonnet if you like. So the tanks are all off, and we're just gonna I'm gonna weld that sump up. So that's done, and then I are gonna try a proper redneck trick to get this thing unseized, which is boiling hot diesel in the cylinder. So, wish me luck. It may work, it may not. I'll put the forklift over there with the tines and stuff over there, so I can put a ratchet strap on the cranking handle and just give it some pressure, so I can leave some tension on it overnight. And yeah, I'll pour some boiling diesel straight into the bore. I've got to try and figure out how I'm going to redneck boil some diesel in the shed. But I have oxyacetylene, so I just got a tin can because I've had some soup. Everything is just caked in 40-year-old rubbish. So yeah, we got the tanks off, so I'm going to clean the tanks after tea. Yeah, and then I'm just going to leave it sitting overnight. All I can really do, I think. Just leave it chilling out. So I'm going to turn you lot off for a minute, then I'm going to weld the sump up, then I'm going to get myself geared up, set up so I can pour hot oil, diesel straight into the bore, and we'll go from there. Right, now I've done all my outside jobs. As you can see, I've got a tow rope in my hand. It might be enough daylight for you to get it, but Sedge Fen Recovery swings into action. My ex-auntie just called me and said she got a Tesco's van in the driveway or in the garden or something. Such is life with people around here, eh? Let me drive over this wet bit of grass after we just had a half-inch of rain. I'll go and help pull the lovely lady out. Let's hope she's a fit 'un. And she's got 50 quid in her pocket. If she's fit, I won't charge her. Just kidding, I'll charge her double. Yeah, go and get in it. Just keep this window open, alright? So I can shout at you to stop. Put it in reverse and try and reverse back, alright? That might be helpful. I thought I might just pull it out of there. Yeah, I'm filming now, look.
It's ironic. It was only today that I saw the Finland Farmers thing that you and Anna are doing.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, well. Away. Keep an eye on Finland Farming Adventures, you might be on there.
Oh no, not me! I don't know, I mean Tesco's might have something to say about that.
Yeah, that'll be right. So, she's out. First stuck on YouTube, I'm going to put it on there. Just run the front wheel over the curb edge and onto the grass accidentally and then couldn't get backwards. Right, it's back to work. Right, let's go and do some welding. Yeah. Right, weirdly it's not that cold out here now, so I'm not going to bother putting the heater on. I was a bit chilly earlier. I was so cold. First thing we're going to do is put you lot up there so you can all see me. Ta-da. And then I'm going to do some practice welding. When I can find my sketchy skull, my welding helmet. Me. What I normally do, if I'm welding something brutal, big, doesn't really matter that much, I just set about it, and if the welder's not right, I'll stop and adjust it. But for this, if I burn a hole in it, then I've got to fill the hole in, and the chances of me filling it in and filling all the holes in is pretty slim, so I want to get it right first time. I've turned the welder down from my usual 8, which goes up to 10, power setting. I've turned it down to 4 at a minute, and I've turned the wire speed down to just like 3 3/4, something like that. So let's have a go. Might be helpful if I turn the welder on. That's always helpful, isn't it? More. Just turn it up to 4.5 wire speed. Let me turn it down one. Turn the power set down 1, 3. Not too bad. Nice bit of penetration there. Let's see how we get on. There we go, burnt hole in it. I better turn it down to 2 then, hadn't I? That was good, so I made more work for myself now. That's proper thin, that is. I thought it would stand a bit more of that. Let's try again. Turn the wire speed down a bit. Oh yeah. We'll get the grinder out in a minute. Grinder now. That was a horrible bit of welding. I hate welding thin stuff, it never works. I used to have loads of friends ask me to weld their exhausts up and stuff, and I gave up in the end because it was shocking. I'm used to welding big chunks of girders. But that's not too bad. Let's grind it down a bit now. I'll do the outside in a minute, and then I'm going to grind this down and then weld it up again. So I've welded it inside and out, and then smoothed it all out. Yeah, you lot have seen my welding before, you know it's second to none, but I can't weld thin. I only go big. Better go big or go home. So we'll grind this down and have a smooth up. Only a little bit. I'm getting old, hang on. Shine some light on the situation. you go. That'll do, mate. By the sounds of it, I need a new battery grinder, so Milwaukee all the way now, I think. What do you guys think? Milwaukee? I don't want to keep taking the weld off for the simple reason that it's all bowed and crooked in there, that if I keep grinding it off, basically all I'm doing is taking layers of the sump out. So I'm going to leave the welding a bit proud. I mean, if I was doing it for somebody else, I'd make a better job than that, but I'd probably weld it up again and then grind it down again, so it was all completely flat and smooth. But good enough for me. That'll do. May not look very pretty, but I bet you it don't leak. Right, now this is going to be quite amusing, I think. I am going to try a little trick that Simon just gave me, really, about pouring boiling hot diesel down an engine to get it to free up. So I'm going to put the heater on it for a minute, blasting straight into the engine. So I've got a little bit of setting up to do, so I'm going to turn you off. I know you've endured a long old day with me, so I'll get some sorted out and I'll get the heater on it. And then once the heater's on it, I've got to fashion a funnel to go in, and I can pour burning hot diesel straight in the top there. So we'll see how we get on. Cheers. Here we go, folks. Funnel, Diet Coke. Funnel not good. I've got a funnel with a lead on it, with a pipe on it here somewhere, and I can't bloody find it. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. Martin Johnson has recommended Diet Coke. In the bores, yeah, Martin Johnson recommended Diet Coke in the bores of the Allis. So here we are. Obviously you need 3 cans of Diet Coke to go in the bores of the Allis. And I haven't got that. And I'm thirsty. Gonna have to go and get more Coke. But that's what he said. He reckons Diet Coke is the way forward, so this is what I'm gonna do. My little money saving tip from Martin Johnson. Cheers, buddy. We shall see. I'll go and get some more Coke. I've got the heater running on one side to try and get some warmth into the engine block. It is warming up, it is heating it up a bit. I'll go and get some more Diet Coke. I'll go and get a whole bottle of it, and all we can do, see what we got, can't we? Cheers, guys. Here we go, folks. I've been and bought a whole crate of Diet Coke. I don't even care. I'm not even sorry I'm plugging it. Other soft drinks are available. Who'd have thought it, eh? Chucking a bit of Diet Coke at it. Another one filled up. So it takes 6 cans of Diet Coke to fill up the bores in a Allis Model B. And one for me. I am going to try and get this rad off. I don't know what's holding it on. I'll get the light over here. The only thing I need to do is get the rad off, clean that. I need to get the fuel tanks, really they need cleaning up, and I need to get the carb off it. They're like the radiator and the carb, but the carb mainly is the main thing to get it running, really. If I can get it to crank over and move, do the carb on it. The carb is really, if I can get it to move, turn over freely, so it's like mega easy running. Yeah, I just need the radiator. I can make a fuel tank out of anything. Obviously I need to go and order an oil filter as well, could be handy. I got to start doing things that need doing to get it running, if that makes sense. I'm going to leave it with a little bit of pressure on the crank, on the forklift. I've just taken the weight of it, really. I obviously need a magneto to get it running, but I've got another Allis, I can rob that one. And spark plug's got coming, but I need to clean the carb. The carb is the one bit that I need cleaned. If it does cough into life and release itself, then if I'm going to try and crank it over, then the carb needs doing and the air filter needs cleaning. The fuel tanks I can clean at a later date once I get more. I mean, we're off to Lama tomorrow anyway, so next job I'm going to do is try and get the air cleaner off. And then once the air cleaner's off and I can clean that up and have a look and see what that's like, tomorrow night's job when I get back from Lama is take the carb off and try and rebuild that a little bit. I think people do rebuild kits for these things. Might be worth me doing, investing in. If I've got a brand new carb sitting there, I've got two more Allises to go on. So I'm going to take the air filter off now and see what that's like. Just cleaning up everything, really. Yeah. Oil-filled air cleaners, look. Oh, that smells beautiful. Coming undone. Where's that one? That is proper gross in there. So let's get a 13. I'll go and grab a 13. 15, sorry. 14, sorry. Like a glove. Air cleaner. Do them back up. If I put them back in, I'll know where they're at. You lot see that? That's just come out of the air cleaner. Lovely. Now, if I'm going to reuse this one, which I want to do, I'm going to try and keep it as original as possible. I've got to try and find something long enough to go in there and clean that out. I don't know. It's pretty gross. I'm going to have to take it to the parts wash tank, I think, and let it soak. Like one little baby step at a time, isn't it? There we go. Got a bit more life in it now. Just gonna have to leave that running like that, I reckon, aren't I? It's proper minging in there. Oh. Whew. That is pretty much the end of my day. Oh. Go in the house and have a bath. Leave some pressure on the Allis. I'm trying to keep you entertained while there's not a lot going on, but wish me luck with the Allis. Somebody, the serial number, I got the serial number. If somebody said it was 1955. There we go. EB 13665. EB 13665. So that's the serial number of it. If anyone out there knows how to search information on when it was bought, or somebody said it was built in 1955, so that's kind of cool. I would like to try and find out some more information, but I ain't got a clue where you'd start, you know. So somebody on the Facebook page has said it's 1955, so it would be even more awesome if anyone knows any more about it. But everyone that dealt with things like this back in 1955 is now long gone, aren't they? Oh yeah, I sold that. Yeah, he'd be about 120 years old, wouldn't they? So, yeah, Grumpy Grandad can't even remember driving this one, so maybe he never got the opportunity before it was parked up. But the bores look okay, it's full of Diet Coke now, air cleaner's running. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, it really helps us out, move forward. Yeah, we're getting going with these projects. Yeah, I can't wait for this thing to cough into life. It'll be emotional, to say the least. Yeah, Lama tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone.